Hi, I'm Rinisa Torres and I have bipolar disorder. So I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in October of 2018. I was attending St. Mary's University of Minnesota and I was struggling a lot emotionally, mentally, financially, which was one of my biggest triggers. And I just had these days and weeks where I would shut myself in my room and I wouldn't talk to anybody, I wouldn't get up to go eat, and my friends started noticing that I wasn't showing up to anything, so they suggested that I go to our school's wellness center to do a depression screening. Despite my own feelings and the urge to isolate myself further, I couldn't stand to disappoint them, so I went and I did the screening, and then they called me back in afterwards and they said that I was showing a lot of signs of anxiety but also depression, so I had high levels of both. And so they had me come in again and take the MMPI, which is the MMPI, I forgot what it stands for, but the results showed that I had bipolar disorder. I don't fit into either the first or second category, so they put my diagnosis as bipolar disorder not otherwise specified, and I also have symptoms of schizotypal personality disorder. My doctor helped me develop healthy coping mechanisms to deal with the anxiety that I was feeling as well as the depression, and something that I learned about myself is that I recharge when I'm around people. So I try to surround myself with people all the time, especially when I was at my lowest points, but eventually that wasn't enough. Things got harder from there and I was really struggling, and finances were my biggest worry at the time. I was behind on tuition. I was using every penny that I made doing work study and from my parents to go towards tuition, but I was still behind, and that was giving me a lot of stress, and I just felt like I couldn't keep up with anybody in class, and then I kind of just broke down. I ran to my friends and I said, I don't know what to do, please help me. So that was the first time that I was admitted to the local hospital, Mental Health, and I stayed there for a week. I did my time. I wasn't really enthusiastic about it, I admit. I kind of just pretended that I was feeling better so that I could get out, and that was my biggest mistake, because when I was released, I started worrying even more. I built up more anxiety, more depression. I had my highs and my lows. I found my friends and I broke down crying. I couldn't even talk. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do anything. And they said, you have to go into the hospital again and you have to try this time. You really have to try. You have to want to get better, and you have to do everything that they say. You have to participate in therapy. You have to do all those things even if you don't want to be there. So I went again, and this time I tried my best. I participated. I did everything that they said. I tried different medication. They put me on antidepressants and everything, and then I just started feeling numb and I didn't know what to do anymore. So I called my mom and I told her everything, and she was so upset. She said, you should have told me earlier that you were struggling with all of these things. I would have helped you. You know, like, I'm your mom. You can tell me anything. You don't have to be scared. And then I said, Mom, I want to come home. Right now, I'm still figuring it all out. I'm still seeing different people. I haven't had the best experience, but I'm still trying. And so when I joined this show, I found great people who are great outlets to talk to. I think the most important thing about dealing with whatever you're dealing with is to talk to somebody. Talk to anybody. You don't have to talk to a professional, although, you know, it's recommended. You should, definitely, but you can start with talking to your friends. To hear us share more of our stories, check out Breaking Wave and UOG Theatre's production of Unspoken, a mental health anthology. For more information, check out our social media links here.